What's up everyone, it's Tony here and welcome back to the Yacht Addiction YouTube channel. Today we're going to be touring this like-new Sanlorenzo SD112. This was first delivered in 2019, but she's in impeccable condition. This yacht is listed for sale by Worth Avenue Yachts. Inside you have 5 different staterooms, sleeping up to 10 guests. It can hold up to 5 crew. And this was also built to a US spec, which in itself is around a $1 million plus upgrade. The interior design was by Marty Lowe. And you have so many great features inside. I think you're going to really enjoy this one. It has a very contemporary design as well, which, I mean, if you know anything about the Italian style, that's not going to be too surprising. The length officially is 112 feet or 34.14 meters. It has a beam of 25 feet and 2 inches, and it has a draft of 6 feet and 9 inches. And that beam is 7.67 meters and the draft is 2.06 meters. I want to make sure I get the conversion in there. So, we're at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. As you'll see on the back, you have this huge transom door, and this can fold down, but we'll try to get in there from the inside later on in the tour. And you also have your swim platform right down here. There are stairs that lead up to the aft deck on either side. But we are going to make our way on board through the passerelle that extends out right here, which of course brings us right to the lovely aft deck area. So you have a row of bench seating, as well as these 2 different individual tables with the stainless steel accents. And then you have the chairs, of course, that go along with them. I really like the teak detailing that's up in the ceiling as well. We actually have a party that's coming out of the main salon. So before we head inside, let's head up to the bow area. There's something really cool to mention right here, but I'll mention it in a moment. You have your formal entry right here, and you have the same double doors on the opposite side as well. So you have the side gates on each side, so no matter which way you're coming on board the yacht, you have a very grand entrance to come onto it. And if we come around here, you'll see you have the table and the bench, and you also have the large pole for the umbrella. So you can get some shade in this area. You can also get the shade on the bench right here. And then you do have storage lockers, really large ones, underneath these sections on each side of the bench. Then of course you have your cleats and your winch systems for the anchors. Very heavy duty stuff. Sanlorenzo is known to build a quality yacht, so nothing surprising there. And then you can get a little sneak peek. The owner's stateroom is actually located right behind this glass. So they have a great view obviously, but we'll see that in a few minutes. So let's head back here and I'll just tell you about this really great feature now. You'll see that the wall right here is teak lined, and that's because this off the main salon has this huge door that can open up. Unfortunately, because of how this is tied up at the show, we can't show it off, but you have the balcony that folds over into the space right here, and that's right off of the main salon. So when this is fully extended, let me see if I can find a picture, put that up on the screen, but obviously that's a really cool feature when it's fully extended like that. Really elevates the space, and this huge door connecting the 2 areas is a nice touch as well. It's always nice when you can convert interior spaces into those sort of hybrid inside-outside areas. And then this door leads us to the engine room, so we'll be here later on. Now we're going to make our way into the main salon. As mentioned, you have a very contemporary interior design on this one. I personally am a fan of the blue and white color palette, so it kind of works for me, but you have to let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. You have your bar area right here. You have the low coffee table, the huge sofas that wrap around. There's a TV, a really large one, looks like 55 or 65 inches that pops up right here. And then you have the really large windows to go along with the store that we already talked about, because you can see the fold down terrace right out there. One thing I really like with the staircase, it's a spiral staircase in the middle of the yacht. So to get to the bridge deck, you have this one here. You can see it's slightly open underneath, and then you have the spiral staircase heading down to the guest cabins as well. So it's a neat little design feature there. We head over to the port side. You have a dumbwaiter for the crew to send food up and down. Here's that other entrance on this side with the double glass doors. There's also a backup staircase so the crew can get up to the pilot house. And then through this door is where you find the galley. So We have huge refrigerators integrated into the wall here, as well as freezers. Here you'll see the galley. So you have Miele appliances on this one. And then the pantry storage is integrated. You can see all the handles here and along here, along the wall. So you have all the integrated storage. So it looks very sleek and clean, keeping in theme with the rest of the interior design. And then back out in this direction, we're back in the main salon, excuse me. And then here is where we find that staircase leading down to the guest rooms. But before we get down there, you do have the day head. And then all the way forward, I already sort of gave it away before, but you do have the owner's suite on the main deck. You have this beautiful closet. It's a really good size as well. And then continuing forward, you have a really unique, this is like a soft Alcantara-like material, but it's in the shape, it's stitched like bricks. So it's pretty unique. So with these windows, obviously you have tons of natural light in here. You have the settee in the front of the room. There is a TV that folds down. You can see the outline of it in the ceiling. You also have the built-in blinds, of course, because that could be pretty annoying if you're trying to sleep. And then you have that same brick pattern in the headboard. And you also have really large windows as well. So once again, tons of natural light. And then here, right behind the bed, is where we find the ensuite. So we have the double vanity. I like you have the skylight, check this out, in the ceiling of the ensuite. And then all the way on the other side of the room, on the far side, here we have the rainfall shower with the bench as well. And then keeping things in that streamlined look, you have a door right here. And this is where you find the toilet. So it is private, tucked away. Also, look how thick these doors are. It's pretty ridiculous. So if you're into that light color profile, this yacht might be the perfect one for you. But of course, you have to let me know in the comments as always. So we're gonna head down the staircase. And once again, really interesting design work with all the stone on the walls of the staircase, and that goes all the way down. So we have 4 more cabins to see down on this level. You have the doors that open all the way up for the ensuite. Rainfall shower again. And then the toilet over in this section. We'll just stick to this side. This looks like a slightly smaller cabin. You have the 2 singles as well as a Pullman berth. So if you want to sleep an extra person, you could do so here. And they have their closet right here, TV, and of course, the ensuite. And even in this cabin, which is smaller, you still have the rainfall shower and the lovely materials as well. Then I'd imagine these 2 are mirrored. Typically that's what you see when you have 4 cabins down below. So once again, Pullman berth, the 2 singles. Here's one of the closets. And then on this side, same ensuite as before. And last but not least, VIP cabin number 2. With the well-appointed ensuite, of course. I looked up like I'm looking for the shower. Obviously the toilet's in here and the shower's on the other side. Getting a little crazy in this Florida heat. So, those are all of the guest cabins. And if you're enjoying the Sanlorenzo's tour so far, make sure you like the video, and also if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Helps ensure you never miss a future upload. I greatly appreciate it. Now, where to next? Where to next? Of course, we're gonna head up the stairs on this spiral staircase. And this leads us directly to about halfway up, or 3/4 up the stairs. Brings us into the helm station. And then here's that staircase we saw earlier next to the galley. Then you do have the little L-shaped seating area as well as the table. Then continuing up the last 2 steps, this is where we find the Sky Lounge. You do have the day head, of course. And then you have the sofa on this side, additional seating, and a large TV that pops up in the sideboard. We saw that dumbwaiter earlier. This is actually where that leads to. So the stews have a little prep space here. There's a sink over here. And one reason this is so important, if you notice down below, we didn't have the dining area, and that's because the formal dining area is located up on this level. So you have this beautiful table arrangement. And then half of the room, you're surrounded by the glass doors. And you can open up these doors across. So if you want to really open up this space, you could do so. Let me give you one last look from the opposite side, of course. And now we're going to head out to the bridge deck aft. And these doors aren't powered, but pretty easy to open up with one arm. And this will bring us out to your bridge deck aft seating area. They have a grill over here. They stuck with the same blue and white color palette. And one thing I really like, and you'll see this on a lot of the more modern super yachts, the design in the railing. You have the teacup top, but you still have the full glass panel. So if you're sitting down, your view is not obstructed by multiple bars of stainless steel. So that's a little yacht feature there, but it's a really nice touch I like to see. There is more cold storage and storage over here. And this is a tri-deck super yacht. So we're gonna head up to one more deck. We have the sun deck. And I'll just start by mentioning it. I know it's everyone's favorite. You do have the jacuzzi on this level. You have the sun pads that wrap around. And you also have, if we step to the other side of the mast, you also have a second helm station right up here. So you have a great vantage point for docking this vessel from up here. Then you also have additional seating right back here. Looks like these can all be pushed together to form a massive sun pad as well. So nice little versatile space. And you have that same setup with the glass on the railing for those unobstructed views. And you can see the poles here. You can set up tarps overhead or shades overhead, so you can have some shade in this area if you want it. Down both of these staircases, this will bring us back to the aft deck. Then if we come around here, oh, I almost forgot, we actually already have done the bow. So, excuse me, we're actually gonna head into the engine room, which is located right here. So, we take a few steps down. first you have some engineering spaces back here, a bunch of monitoring systems for the ship for all the different systems. Then here is the engine room. You see your massive generator over here. There's another Kohler generator on the other side. And of course your two engines. So let me tell you about these engines. They're a pair of Cat C32 Acert engines. Your top speed is around 17 knots. You can cruise comfortably at 11 knots. And at that speed, you're looking at 2,700 nautical miles of range. So it's a very capable super yacht. You can see your water maker over here. And this just goes all the way down. It's a little noisy, but you do have the tender storage right behind us. So I think we can get a view of that from right here. I did get this open, but unfortunately it is filled to the brim with equipment. You can have jet skis, tenders, you have all of your water toys, your life jackets, everything you need for charter is stored in here. I'm gonna see if I can throw a picture on the screen of what it looks like with the back of this open. And it might be a picture of the actual yacht, it might be a generic stock photo of the SD112. You have to forgive me either way. But it is a really great storage or beach club area, depending on how you want to set it up. So I think we'll give you one more shot of the main salon. Oh, thank you. Before we wrap up this video, let me know what you think of this one in the comment section down below. Thank you, of course, to Worth Avenue Yachts for granting us access on board. We will catch you next time.